Alright, I've secured my bike. Got 3 locks on it. So hopefully A, no one tries to break it, and B, hopefully you don't have those type of people coming up in this area. Now there's 2 different directions you could take. You could go that way, which goes toward Farmington. When I say that, like, you're not going to get there bang bang, you'd have to go a while. But I'm trying to remember which one I took in the past when I was here. I think it was this direction. So I'm just going to walk this way. You can see that I'm now in my t-shirt. That was the path that I came up to get over here. When you're exiting with a vehicle, you would go that way. And I wanted this portion to be a walking hike. I don't know how long I'll go. Like, I don't expect to do hours worth of the trail or something like that. I just wanted to give a nice glimpse and perspective. Trying to see if I can find where we started. I'm pretty sure that sorry, I'm pointing upward. This long road here is East Antelope. I see like the school that we passed, and you can see the hills at the top. So it would have been somewhere over there where we very first started. What's nice about this right now is because now we're up in the mountains. It's the sun isn't hitting us. So that makes it nice and cool. I wonder if that's a house. I don't know what that is. You do have to be cautious when you're walking something like this, because there could be snakes along the path. Oh, look at that butterfly. Black and yellow colored. See how there's like little satellite dishes over here. I wonder if that helps power anything signal wise for like the homes that are up here, or if that's just something else. Looks like the sun is now on us a little bit. Those clouds are kind of intermittent. You can see over there is a little more coverage that'll be blocking out the sun again. If I stop, or if I like am shooting the video and you notice I just like stop every so often, it's usually because I'm trying to snap a picture. See, there's two good perspectives for like selfies. Oh, I'm really close up there. You got, I didn't know I was zoomed in still. You've got this angle going this way, and then you turn around the same spot and it's like you're almost getting ready to enter into the area. I don't think we're actually gonna get up in there, as cool as that may sound. You can see we're actually going downhill a little bit here. Yeah, I think now that I think back, I think I was zoomed in for probably like a minute or two of that walking video earlier. Good thing I caught that. That was only because I was on selfie mode and I'm like, whoa, why does my face look so close? It's kind of another unique perspective where you see everything up top, but you're also like burrowing down. I can hear one of the creeks in the area. I had pictures from 2019. That was when my partner and I were going on a walk. And this looks familiar, so I think I'm heading in the right direction. But there's a certain spot where there's like a real small bridge that crosses the creek. So I'm wondering if I'm getting near that area, just based on the water that I'm hearing. I just watched a TV series called The Last of Us on HBO Max, because that was a buzzworthy show. But like walking through here kind of reminds me of that, where you're like, you and someone else are walking through, and you know, although it seems safe, and the show, like at any moment, raiders or other people could come out and be like, give us your stuff. Of course, that's the context of the show, but it's just fun to put yourself in that mindset for a second. So I don't quite know what the difference is when I look at the map. There's a Great Western Trail And then what we've been going on, the Bonneville Shoreline Trail. The Bonneville Shoreline Trail goes like really far. It may even go throughout the whole state of Utah and then into other states if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, here's the bridge I was referencing. Let me grab a picture of that. It's also kind of cool to see it through the and then in this direction you got the spring foliage mixed in with the trees. So let's try to continue a little bit here. Doesn't it look like a skull or something? It's kind of weird. So I don't know how accurate Google Maps is right now. It made it look like there would be a split off, like two different trails I could pick right there. I sort of see something, but this is clearly the more defined one. But one of the split offs doesn't really go into the mountains that much. You can see a lot of butterflies now flying over here. Perhaps that's the split off going down there, although that doesn't look like it leads anywhere. No. It might have just been that Great Western section earlier. Okay, so maybe it's worth me going back and looking at that portion on the opposite side of the bridge. Let me think here. Or I'll continue this way. I'll show quickly on Google Maps here, if you can see it. This is where I think that Great Western thing goes, but if I keep going this way, I can't actually do that. Maybe I can do that. Maybe I can just circle back around. That way I don't have to backtrack here. Imagine way back in the day when people didn't have maps, or the people were carving out these trails for the first time, how easily one could get lost. Probably back then you put like tracking things down, like maybe tying a little bandana to trees or putting little stakes in the ground every so often. Oh, look at that. It was like a black and white butterfly. So at the moment, my heart rate is, or my pulse is 121. But I like this is a good version because like I'm not labored and breathing whatsoever. Well, now we're going a little steeper on the downhill climb. Manageable though. There's degrees of this that have that nice ASMR feeling too, just hearing even for myself, like hearing my own feet softly hitting the not grass, but the ground, gravel, light dirt. I think I hear another creek in the distance. Alright, we're going to zag down a little bit here. Unfortunately, this zag down is taking us away from the inner parts of the mountains, but I think it'll get us to that connector eventually. That's one of the things, like when you see it on Google Maps, it's hard to gauge the distance and depth of these things. Yeah, it makes it look like we're not too far away from that place that circles around. It seems like once I make this turn and get to the end of this part, that we should then face another like crossroads. Yeah, so once I get to the end of this, we'll see if we're faced with a left versus right decision again. Or something like that just makes for a nice crisp picture with all the greenery. Think about technology over the years too, like I'm able to film this video because I have a fully charged portable battery pack attached. So like not only the camera, but the battery pack, and then I've got my phone with me. Things that like 10-20 years ago would have been foreign concepts for people exploring these things. You can hear the creek and see it. Actually, we're going to be right up to the creek up here. Alright, now let me think here. Is that the trail? No, I don't think so. I think... Oh, I don't know. Now it is making it look like it's the trail. Alright, well, let's walk up here a little bit. This is certainly more rocky than paved. I think we're on the right track, because you wouldn't just see this unless it was part of the trail. By the way, what I'm showing right now is what I would consider sort of a plain trail. Also in 2009, we did a hike, I believe it was near the Adams Park. And that one you did more things like you were in the trees and like very kind of small edges to go along, and then crossing the water on rocks that were in the ground, climbing up almost like a staircase made of rocks. We are getting steep, so trying to catch my breath a little bit again. For some perspective of type of depth. Even though we've had several straight days of high 70-degree weather, you can see the snow still in the upper parts of the mountain. Of course, we're not going to get anywhere close to that on our walk, but it's still fun to see the contrast. Alright, we are back to level ground, sort of. You know what's funny sometimes, at least with me, we all have our own habits or tics. Like a lot of times if I'm going up, I notice I have like my mouth open more, and it actually makes like the jaw a little bit sore, because I'm like, I guess I'm almost like grinding it and like stretching it downward just out of habit. So not only are your legs getting a workout and your upper body a little bit from carrying the backpack, but it's definitely a fun way to take in exercise because it's like so peaceful around. If you make a habit out of this, I'm sure that'll help tremendously. Like each time you go out, just feeling better and better. Huh. See a little bit of a path that goes that way, and then we've got this. Let me try to see if my Google Maps still has signal over here. We've dropped out signal kind of, but I feel like this is where we came from. This is the original route where I was saying, whoops, by that bridge that we could have gone. So I think we're in the middle. And I'm thinking if we want to continue further up, like into this route, that we would either go here or there may be another one that's similar right up ahead. What I'll do is I'll go a little bit further here just to peek at what I see. This might have actually been that little trail I saw on the map. All right, let's try it. This is the area where I was thinking I probably wasn't going to explore too much. We are getting pretty steep to where my feet are slipping a little bit. Now we've got two more directions. Left or right again? Let's try left. Oh yeah, I think yeah, so see on Google Maps how it kind of like starts weaving a bunch. I feel like up ahead that's what we're seeing up there. Oh, that looks pretty steep and sideways. I don't know, I'll see when I get over there how it looks. Like if it's on a big slant, I'm not gonna want to topple down the side of the hill. But it could just be deceptive. We'll see once we get right up here. And by the way, if anyone watching this is like an experienced hiker, forgive the amateurish stuff that I'm probably saying in these videos. I'm just trying to have fun and enjoy it. Alright, so right now it doesn't look bad. It just looks like everything else we've been climbing up. Take a moment to soak in that view again. I'm a little surprised that I still have internet signal up here too. It's not like a strong signal per se, but I seem to be able to access email and various websites and Google Maps a little bit. It's cool from a perspective shot too. When you have a phone like this, you can like zoom in and see the city, or say if I want to see that body of water, zoom in 3 times or zoom in 10 times and it comes in pretty clear. And then besides that, you just enjoy the overall view. I just felt like 2 tiny raindrops. I know later today around 4 p.m. Mountain Time is supposed to rain, but I guess this cloud over us is a little bit of rain right now. Hopefully we don't get a downpour, right? Because I didn't prep for that. And you can kind of hear the I don't know if the camera audio is catching that, but that's what all the little raindrops. It's not like a lot of them because I've only been hit with 3 raindrops, so it's kind of scattered, but you can hear them faintly hitting the leaves. Oh, let's see here. We've got a marker of some kind up here. What does it say? Great Western Trail. So is this just like a little circle here? I think so. Oh no, it takes 2 different paths. We're trying to go to upper ground. Wonder where that lower one goes to. So now I'm trying to look at that body of water that's over there. Like, that's not, yeah, I don't think that's, I think Hobbs Reservoir is somewhere else. Like way back in that direction, because we've been going this way for a while. So that's a different body of water. Hobbs Reservoir, maybe that's the one way over there. Or you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Now I'm going to try to get my perspective here. Well, I'll be darned. So that's Hobbs Reservoir right there. So where I've done several videos on that body of water, and then that park around the area is the Kays Creek Parkway. And then I guess that would be like the dump over there, and somewhere over there is like a Greyhawk community. Let me try to see if I can find where we started the video. Oh, I know the vicinity at least, so that's good to know my context of where I'm at now. Alright, so I'm gonna have to make a decision soon if I want to actually continue on. I think what I want to do is at least see where this route curves and starts going into the mountains, which shouldn't be too far away, and then like just show that direction. I came across another walker. That was the first person I've actually seen on the trail. Okay, so we would start going that way, and then I think a little bit that way, it would then start going more inward. Let me check Google Maps one more time here. It's actually going to zag several times. So yeah, that's, hopefully that gives a decent enough thing. You know, one day hopefully I can do like a full hike somewhere to show it off, but just want to give a nice perspective and glimpse of this particular trail. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to stop the video portion here and start heading back, but then I'll pick up at a few spots along the trail. And it is raining a little bit more. You can hear it. Actually, let me first walk a little bit this way, because similar to when I started this video and was bike riding toward the mountains and you could see the mountains, you know, that was a good perspective. But you guys haven't seen a perspective of where we're walking and the city isn't down in front of us. Yes, I've paused and turned the camera, but let me at least show a little bit from that angle. So again, I was talking about perspective shots on the way back. So now this is, I know I saw this view kind of from other angles, but like going downhill and like almost like I'm entering this area. I know eventually it's just going to curve and go down that way, but So nice to just see that right in front of you. May remember earlier that I faced this like kind of crossroads here. Like, which should I go up here? And I eventually did, and so I just came back from there, and I had made like a circle. So that little bridge earlier is probably somewhere, who knows, in that direction. But I picked this direction, I'd come this way. But I said that if I go this way, that I think that will circle me back to the bridge. So this would theoretically be new territory. So let me go this way. My anticipation is that I'm going to go, because I don't want to like redo everything I just did. It's nice if possible to see something fresh. But my thought is that I'm going to go over here, get to a little point, and then turn right. Now this part here, out of everything I've been in, one of the more dangerous spots. Got like a rock, and make sure you don't slide down. Oh, look at this. We actually have a part where the creek is running through. Alright, now I did something dumb one time where I tried to jump onto a rock. Not here, this was back in 2019. And like, I slipped and gave out, but instead what I'm going to do is, the smartest thing to do would be just live with it and step foot in there. But I think, decision, because I'm weighing my options. I feel like if I don't record it, because I want to make sure I have both hands, that I can step there, step there, step there, and then step there. But I don't want to record that because I need both hands. So let's give this a shot. Alright, so this is literally like 5 to 10 seconds later. I just did it easily. I just went there, 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 and here. So I didn't have to get my shoes wet. But I'm trying to see, like, I feel like normally the water should be running under there. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe it does flow over here. I know they've had, for the rivers, because of all the snow that they had in Utah this year, like the Ogden River and Weber River, have been like very high levels and overflowing in some cases. There's even a tragic story where it's believed this past week that a woman walking her 2 dogs, the dogs were found okay, but the woman was last seen near the river, so they're thinking that she like got swept in a overflown river. But yeah, that particular case there with that creek, because I don't think the snowfall up here would necessarily make a big difference. That might be how that spot normally is. can feel a nice cool wind over here. I feel like down there's like a bridge of some kind, but I also see snow over there. Oh, you know what? The person who was I passed by earlier just crossed over there with the walking sticks. Well, they got down there quick. It must not be too far away. I wonder if this is see, sliding down. But I had my feet prepared for that. I was just trying to keep the video rolling. This might have actually been where the crossroads was earlier. Maybe I crossed that bridge, got here, and then I faced the decision, do I go here or here? And I must have gone that way. You know, sometimes this stuff just blends all together. So this, we'll see. I assume taking this path downward will get me to that little bridge. If that's the case, it feels like it would have been a lot shorter if I had just gone that way to begin with. I took like the long way around to get where I eventually went to. But on the way back, of course, this was the shorter path. We'll see. Maybe there's another deviation path up ahead somewhere. That's a unique shot right there too, where you're almost looking out. Maybe I didn't come this way, because I definitely 100% would have remembered whatever the hell this is. Like, that's not dog shit, right? Now I'm thinking to myself, what the hell kind of animal was over here? Maybe it was just a huge dog and I'm just not used to what certain dog poops look like. So maybe I wasn't on this part before. Hopefully I'm not like completely venturing off in a different direction than I think I am. Let me check Google Maps here. Oh, you know what? So yeah, I mean I'm on the right track, but this is still new territory. This is part of that bridge area that I didn't take earlier. I like the look of this one better though. I don't know, but so here's a bridge. So this must be a second bridge that we didn't see earlier. And that would make sense because when I was up above and I was seeing the pictures of the snow, I was like, I swear I did not see snow on the way here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I wonder if this is the bridge that I was with my partner on in 2009, or sorry, 2019. I'm gonna have to go back and check the pictures of that. Yeah, so when I was spotting that area earlier, I was somewhere up there seeing that other person with the walking stick. So you can see the snow here is actually still melting a tad. So this is the sloppiest part of the trail, but not too bad. Just wet leaves that I'm going on, not mud. Hopefully there's no like ice present. Actually, we're gonna get some snow still on the trail. I guess this is probably an area where sunlight, just with the angle of the trees, must never hit that particular spot. It is a little muddier, so I'm going to try to avoid that. So you kind of got two contrasting paths if you decide to come here to the trail. One more so looks at the city, and this one goes inward a little bit more of the creek, surrounded by trees. If I'm able to, maybe I'll go to Google Maps and post some pictures from like certain spots along this trail, because that's one of the things when I was looking back at my 2019 pictures of this area, it gave me like a wide net that it was this, area, but I couldn't tell where on the trail certain things were. That's why I was sort of guessing along the way. That creek is flowing pretty fast though so maybe it is still part of that overflow problem. Most of that I was just doing was a little bit downhill. So it seems like either direction you pick, you're going to be going uphill on the way and then downhill on the way back. Of course, I mean, that's natural, right? You're headed up into the mountains. So forgive me for stating the obvious. Oh no, someone lost their sunglasses. Well, let's see, what kind are they? If anyone's watching this video and you lost your avant-garde sunglasses, they're right there. The creek is still well below us, so I'm guessing we're going to have a bigger downhill slope coming soon in order for us to get level to that, because then that other bridge that we first encountered should be pretty much flush with it. Oh, yep, this is exactly what I was thinking. Now, I don't know where that path goes to, but this is that first bridge we saw earlier in the video. And then you remember I had seen this sign that said Great Western Trail or the Bonneville Shoreline Trail. So we went on the Bonneville Shoreline Trail and eventually took the Great Western Trail. Well, that pretty much wraps up the video then. Thanks for tagging along to this little hiking adventure. I'll have to see whether I split this up into two parts or keep it all one part, like the bike riding plus the hike, or do part 1 bike riding, part 2 hike. But if you enjoyed this video or these videos, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you know of some interesting trails in the Utah area, feel free to let us know. I think in particular, I think it would be nice to see trails that have little landmarks along the way. Like, I did do a video in Farmington twice, actually. First time I did a video in Farmington, I didn't go like all the way up into the mountains or anything like that, but I saw some like Bigfoot statue that was really cool. And then the second time I went there, which was last year, the Bigfoot statue was nowhere to be found, and I had then read that it kind of got damaged, so the homeowners, for safety reasons, had to take it down, and I don't think it's up anymore either. But it's fun to see like I've read that there's some things in trails that are mini landmarks, whether it be signs or like a little, not a house someone would live in, but like almost like a shed that has some historical significance, or a waterfall. Yeah, feel free to let us know in the comment section, and then we will sign off with one more view over the city of Layton, Utah. And then the most important thing of all, my bike is still there, safe and secure.